We stop judging those that stay in these toxic relationships, and I know a lot of times we try to convince our friends and our family, like, well, why don't you get out? Like, they're doing this to you, doing that to you. What is the reason why you even stay in it? And I want to break it down on the reason why people stay in it, and we don't even realize how difficult it is unless you've been a part of it. Number one is a fear of loneliness. A lot of times we get so caught up in being in a relationship that we're so worried on what it would look like to be alone, or we find ourselves trying to think about statistics and just allowing ourselves to be in places where we're tied to unhealthy connections because we're worried about what it would look like being alone. Sometimes the idea of facing life without that person, whether it's romantically, friend, parent, is more daunting than actually staying in the relationship. Stop to remind yourself of your strengths. Maybe write down your accomplishments so you can be able to see that you are able to get out of that space if you know it's not good for you. We stop judging those that stay in these toxic relationships, and we're trying to also being able to reach out for other activities or friends that can let you know on or help you through the journey if you want to get out of this toxic relationship space. And no, there's no judgment with it, because I know it's difficult to just go into something that's uncertain and new. I get it. The main thing is I want you to reduce this sense of isolation because it doesn't feel so overwhelming for you. Number two, we have the belief that we're hoping for change. And how many times have we been to something over and over and over hoping a person will change? And we keep doing this because it kind of gives sometimes empty promises, or they say they'll change. But we really got to pay attention on knowing that if the person does not change after you've been saying over and over, thanks accepting that they are not going to change. And I don't fault you, because a lot of times we focus so much on the good moments that we forget the bad moments. And I call this someone who's being overly positive, which I love the fact you're positive. But what's happening is that you are just looking at the times that they're being good and you're forgetting the rest. So yes, the person you laughed and joked and had a great time today, but they just called you out your name just last week. Like, you just can't just forget one and, keep the other. You just can't pick and choose what you like and leave the rest. You have to take a person as a whole and see if that fits for you. Something that you're choosing to stay. Again, no judgment. I just want you to be able to clearly communicate on what needs to change in your boundaries. And all you can do is set the boundaries of what you are willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate in that space. But know that it has its consequences behind it. And if you need some examples of that, please let me know so I can give you the examples. You just set a timeline. If you're someone that's like, okay, still hoping for change, set a timeline for yourself so it doesn't feel like you're just waiting forever instead of going on the same roller coaster. So whether that is, okay, I'm going to wait until the end of the year to see if this person changes before I decide on what my involvement is going to be with this person. At least set a timeline for yourself to kind of be able to check the progress on what that looks like. I know this is long, so I'm going to go for part 2. Come back, follow for more so we can get into this.